All right, babes, it's Bimini. Your head teacher's pulled a sickie for Pride Month, so you've got me as your headmistress instead.
Happy Pride, Miss Bimini.
Class rules. 1, be yourself.
Right.
2, mind your business. And 3, stream anything by me, Bimini, available on all streaming platforms now. Welcome to the Queer Academy. Miss, what year is it? Welcome back to Queer Academy. Today's lesson is Herstory, according to Bimini. Now, what do you want to know?
Who's your queer idol?
My queer icons would be Pete Burns, who was a trailblazer when it comes to creating your own lane with your gender and your identity. Another person would be Marsha P. Johnson. We wouldn't have our rights today if it wasn't for people like her breaking down the barriers that the world has created. And then Princess Julia, because I love Princess Julia. She is an ally, she is an icon. Princess Queen Julia.
What's your favourite thing about being queer?
My favourite thing about being queer is that there are absolutely no rules to follow and you just make them up as you go along. For me, being queer is so important to who I am, and being able to kind of discover that and discover who I am by rejecting society's rules.
What's like the most iconic queer moment in history?
The most iconic moment in queer history is Madonna and Britney Spears kissing each other at the VMAs. Duh. I mean, there's so many amazing moments, but I think that one was really like, wow, the Queen of Pop and the Princess of Pop kissing each other at the VMAs. And also, actually, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that really shaped me as a kid. I started watching that really young. I remember my mum thinking I shouldn't watch it, but at the time it was like 12 and I was a bit younger. But I watched it and I remember seeing Buffy, who I guess is a queer fictional character, but her experience, she was isolated, she was alone, she found these misfits as friends, and they went on to slay. And you can too.
How did you meet your queer family?
I am very lucky throughout my life. I have met an array of queer people that accepted me, people that were allies, and people that helped shape my life today. And a lot of those beautiful, colourful, vibrant, fruity people I met through the London nightlife scene. Take from that what you will.
What's your favourite Pride anthem?
I'd say my all-time Pride anthem is I Wanna Dance With Somebody by Whitney Houston, because that just gets the gays going. My first Pride wasn't until I was 18 years old when I first moved to London, because where I grew up, there wasn't really a lot of representation, there wasn't a lot of Prides happening. So I remember coming to London and seeing a lot of jock straps at Pride and thinking, wow, I'm here. But no, London Pride has always been incredible. It's a time for coming together, it's a time for celebration, but we need to remember the protest element to it and how it started and why we have Pride in the first place. And a Pride that is so important that is happening right now is London Trans Pride. And to me, that is a real protest.
Why is it important to have the umbrella term LGBTQIA+?
It is important to have the umbrella term for the LGBTQ+ community so that everybody feels welcome and validated, because everybody is welcome and validated.
When did you come out, miss?
I literally came out bum first when I was born, so I knew I was queer from the day one. But as I got older and I really understood that society was trying to put me into this box, I was being told I was weird for dancing to Slay For You by Britney Spears in my bedroom, I kind of understood that I was different. And now I know that is queer and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Who was the first celebrity you remember standing up for the LGBTQ+ people?
One of the first times I remember someone kind of standing up and taking the UK by storm was Nadia, who won Big Brother in 2004. And to me, she showed diversity, celebration, inclusion, and showed just what the UK is capable of.
What advice would you give to people who are exploring their gender or sexuality?
The advice that I would give to anyone exploring their gender identity or their sexuality is take your time, don't feel any pressure, find people that accept you for who you are, and just enjoy the process, enjoy the discovering, enjoy everything that happens, you know? You make the rules, not the world.
What's one piece of advice that stuck with you from another queer person?
Stop drawing your eyebrows like that. No, a piece of advice I've been told throughout my life, I think, is to just be yourself. It might sound cliche, but being yourself is one of the hardest things to do, especially when it's much easier to just blend in and fit in. But I know through my own experiences that I wouldn't be as happy as I am now if I wasn't living authentically to myself. Well, you beautiful queers, it's time to pack your bags and get out of here. Queer Academy is closing its doors for the summer, but you know where I am if you need me. Sexy Bim was here. We might be celebrating Pride for 1 month, but I say why stop there? Celebrate being proud every single day, because you're fabulous. 2K24. Love you, miss. No, it was him. No, it was them. So, like, was Rihanna singing about the LGBT?